All right. We are finally here for the very last weekend of Hippo Cup 8. I'm your streamer caster Firm 2, joined by Dio here today. And man, what exciting match we have here today, right in front of us.
Yeah, good morning. It's Dadunai versus Worldwide Choppers. I'm looking forward to this match. Should be a pretty good one. Dadunai has been a team that has really popped off in this tournament. They have gone through some of the more difficult groups in the tournament, or one of the more difficult groups in the tournament, and made it here to the grand finals weekend after only losing to Worldwide Choppers. Are actually only losing to Battle of Hong Kong last weekend in the winners finals. So Dad and I had a tough road here. Battle of Hong Kong was in their group, and then they had to play them again in winners finals and lost both of those matches, but have not lost to any other team throughout the tournament. Worldwide Choppers, on the other hand, had a more difficult road getting here through the overall bracket. Actually lost in the round of 16 to Dadunai, and then had to go through the entirety of the rest of losers bracket to make it here to the grand finals weekend. So looking for a bit of revenge against the team that knocked them down to losers in the round of 16.
Yeah, definitely tough road for Worldwide Choppers to go through the whole bracket stage and losers. And Dadunai has definitely, say, outperformed their seed. They beat the first and second seed, if I'm not mistaken, kind of right off the bat there. Brought them down lose bracket pretty quickly. And now they're here in losers grand finals, hopefully to secure themselves a top 2 slot here, potentially. And yeah, so we already seen the bans come out, and they're kind of expected on my end. Dadunai kind of banning out some of the mechanics, the stream, some of the tapping maps, and Worldwide Choppers banning out some of the control maps. I see Nomad 6 got been out there. Wait, Nomad 6, that's the precision map, if I'm not mistaken?
Is
that the
Nomad
CS10?
6 is a precision map, yeah.
Okay. And they ban out Hard Rock there. Okay, they're banning all the precision in here, which makes sense when you see they have Crystal in the Lolo squad there. So definitely, I'd say pretty solid bans in their case.
Yeah, Worldwide Choppers with that Hard Rock 3 ban taking out Genryu Kaiko. One of the more difficult Hard Rock maps for sure. Very, very flow aim intensive on that one. And then Dadunai banning out the Nomad 2 Longinus and the DT5, two of the most tapping one of the most tapping focused maps in the pool in the Nomad 2 at least. 212 BPM space streams with Axel decel flow aim attached to them. And then DT5 is just Shotgun Symphony Plus, but double time, which is, CS7 AR8 gimmick old map DT.
And,
an instant Nomad 1 first pick for Worldwide Choppers. Oh boy. Revolutionary Etude by Chopin.
Not your standard just straight up jump aim maps. It's kind of got a lot of snap aim and some really tough aim. Not typical just straight up jump aim map. And yeah, Revolutionary Etude. And this was, I believe, Dadunai's pick, right?
This is the pick for Worldwide Choppers.
Oh, okay. Interesting first pick. I wouldn't put Nomad 1 on the side of Worldwide Choppers, if I'm being quite honest, but well, they picked it. Nomad 1 alert. If I've ever seen one.
I think the funny thing about this map is that it's not really an aim map in the traditional sense, right? It's way more aim control and alt aim with super high spacing and BPM than it is a normal aim map. So while normal aim, I think maybe you would say Dadunai could be better on, this style of aim is very, very different from that. And it's something that a lot of players who are extremely good at alt and aim control tend to also be very good at There's definitely a lot of players like that on the side of Worldwide Choppers. GNX, formerly known as, I believe it's Dido, is the name change there. Yeah, formerly known as Dido. And then a couple of their other players. Jackpack's a very, very good aim and aim control player. Lucrece in also a pretty good aim player. And then Fie. I think all these players are very strong. But Dadunai definitely also has a good roster for this, right? David's a very, very good aim player, especially was popping off a lot in 4-digit World Cup a few years ago. Crystal goes without saying. And then Ladofox and Z Numbers, both of them have, I think, seriously leveled up as of recent. So definitely thinking of a close map here to start things off.
All right, there's the golfs in the chat there. I got our first map underway here for Grand Finals weekend. No mod 1 out of all maps too. And it's not too long a map. I think it was probably 2 minutes long around there, 2.5 minutes long. So not too terribly consistent, but definitely a hard map nonetheless. And you can see just the snapping and the aim control come in full force in the first couple seconds, and doesn't really let up whatsoever throughout the whole map. Just pretty much it for 2.5, around 2 minutes long. And we are
not even. It's
breaks.
a minute and 20 seconds. This map.
Oh, it's that short. Oh man, I just looked at the showcase and felt a little bit longer than that, but having it be that short, meaning that every little bit of combo really counts. And so far, it's a Worldwide Choppers with the both 2 FCs so far. Okay, there goes GNX.
No.
And yeah, it's Crystal versus Jackpacks. Those are the 2 players I'd expect to kind of duke it out here. And yeah, it's very close so far. Better supporting combo. You got Ladofox right there. Z Numbers does find a break. And yeah, it's a battle between Crystal and Jack. There goes Crystal, and Jackpacks doesn't trade it. Oh, but it gets okay. There goes it. Okay. Oh man. Well,
yeah,
he held out just long enough though.
Yeah, I don't even think those were FCs. I think they did miss at the start there, but huge combo for both of them, and Jackpack's trading that out just a little bit later is barely enough to keep things on the side of Worldwide Choppers here. More and more traded combo comes through, and there's just no combo on anyone there at the end. Not going to go anywhere. 400k score lead for Worldwide Choppers by the end of the map, and they are going to take that first pick. I think largely off the back of Jackpacks there, 2 mil, and the only player to get above that 2 million score mark on the map. GNX also 1.25 mil, at least matching Ladofox, but that extra 1 mil for David would have been a little scary if not for that pop-off score from Jackpacks.
Absolute carry here. Had the highest top combo in the lobby, 409. Did lose a lot of accuracy on that big triangle like jump there, but did what he needed to do. Actually not playing any part in score v1, and Worldwide Choppers does win on the very first pick, which is all you could ask for, especially in Grand Finals weekend where we put it all on the line here.
Well, now the first pick for Dadunai. I think probably going with one of the Hard Rocks, but yeah. Definitely a team that has had success on a lot of other picks as well, right? There's, I think, a lot of different options for a team like this at this point in the match. Maybe wanting to avoid some of the flow aim, but yeah, they're going to go with DT6, which is one of those other options. And there's... this map is really tricky. It's CS 5.5. It's not quite AR10. Tabito Ferry by Fujin Club. This is the diff that was used in OWC all those years ago. This time in double time for Hippo Cup 8. And, well, the finger control, the aim control, a little bit of speed factor in this map, and more importantly, a lot of aim in this map as well at that slightly higher BPM. Makes this a really difficult pick to be consistent on for a lot of players because it is just so gimmicky.
And so like Hippo Cup to just put old OWC maps and put them in a DT slot. Certainly no surprise there. But yeah, I wonder how this DT roster is going to shape up. I've not seen Dadunai play, actually. I've seen Worldwide Choppers play. I know they're going to put people like Zetas, Lucrece in here, probably Mindfrost. And it looks like they got GNX in there. Crystal's probably just going to be that perma lobby that plays everything, along with Z Numbers. about to take a take a stab at it. But I'm not too sure what the roster is gonna look like for a lot of these DT maps, so well, it's just gonna be David and Lado Fox.
Yeah, I think we're going to be seeing a lot of those players in this match. These are the highest skill cap players on their team. Z Numbers, Crystal, David, and Lado Fox. So I think we're going to be seeing a lot of them throughout this match. Definitely a chance we see some of the other players on some particular maps for their specialties, but you're going to expect these four in for most of the maps here, I think, for Dadunai. And honestly, the same kind of goes for worldwide choppers. Fie, GNX, Lucrece, and Jackpax are some of the more high skill cap players on this team when it comes to being a generalist, which is, forming the core of the roster. There are players like Skilla as well who can do really well on a number of picks. Markram, especially on the low AR stuff. But generally speaking, I think you're going to expect these 8 players to make up the majority of the match in this losers bracket grand finals.
Alrighty. Although we're very early in, we already saw a couple of early breaks come from worldwide choppers, but we'll be traded by Z Numbers and Crystal. It's, not the longest map in the world, but I don't think this early break's gonna matter all too much. And right now it's just gonna be our early lead. Do still have the FC on Lado Fox. No, FC is on the side of worldwide choppers, so Lado Fox is gonna be carrying them, along with really good supporting combo from everyone else. You got David, Z Numbers, and Crystal now in the recovery. And we do find another break coming out of GNX right now, and it's just a solid lead for Dadunai all around. And now grown their lead to 1 million, and it's just gonna keep on growing exponentially from there, especially with another break from Fie of all people, and still no trades from Dadunai. Just a very solid pick in general on this kind of aim control style map. And there's
actually 4-way break
wow.
for both teams there in short order going into the Ski time. So that score lead's gonna stay put for a little while here. Definitely still the potential to go back over. Still a third of the map to go here. But no big combo for either team, and slightly better recovery combo through the end of that KI time for Dadunai. There goes Xenum. There goes everyone. Literally everyone breaks there. And the score lead's staying put, Cheese. It's not moving right now. No combo anywhere.
Yeah, I'd say so. Yeah, 2 mil score lead, and everyone's just breaking everywhere at the same time. So yeah, there's really no score to be gained for either side at this point. And honestly, at this stage of the map, I don't see a comeback or too big of a score growth for Dadunai either. But yeah, it's just going to be a solid first point for Dadunai. And yeah, eye for an eye here. And in case anyone didn't catch up on it, Lolo235, you're going to hear us refer to him a lot as David, mainly because Lolo234 is also in here. It's known as Kurumi. And yeah, there it is. Only Crystal get the A rank here. Everyone has a solid B rank. Definitely a hard map to act for sure. And
I think we're going to be seeing a lot of that in this match.
Yeah,
I mean, it's a high 8-star, 9-star pool. There's a lot of really difficult stuff in this map, right? So it's going to be a very difficult match for both of these teams in terms of the maps. Back to the pick for worldwide choppers. We saw them go with Revolutionary Etude to start. We could see them go with something like Free Mod 4, The Lost Dedicated, which is very similar, a little bit denser of a map there on the AR 9.3, but a very similar mapping style for that pick. But instead, they're going to go with Nomad 5, the AR8 CS5 Tag 4 map imprinting.
Oh lord!
It's a Tag 4 map. It's a gimmick pick. There's not a lot else to say. If you've played Tag 4 maps, you know what these maps do. If you haven't played one before, get 3 friends together, go into a lobby, put a Tag 4 map on, and enable Tag 4 scoring. This is maps that are made to be played by 4 different people, all taking turns playing the map. So not much attention is paid to changes in spacing between patterns because different people are hitting the different combos. So you don't really need to pay attention to those changes in spacing. However, if you're playing it by yourself, suddenly that lack of attention to spacing and full attention to visuals instead creates really, really difficult, super high spacing patterns where they otherwise would not exist or be recommended in mapping.
Yeah, for the most part, if you do play on Tag 4, maybe it's like a 6-star map, but when you're playing by yourself, yeah, it just makes that exponentially harder when you have to hit those high spacing patterns. Luckily, it's only a minute 50 seconds long, so it got some oomph to it. But yeah, it's just gonna be never have I thought I'd see a Tag 4 in the tournament pool, but if it'll be any tournament, it's certainly gonna be a Hippo Cup. And looks like we got our final rosters in here. It didn't really change all too much for Dadunai. We do see Skilla coming here along with Markham, and Dadunai is going to be keeping the same roster as that DT5 pick, which yeah, makes sense. These are the pretty much just an aim map, if I remember correctly, right? Just jump aim.
I don't remember the specifics for this map, I'm gonna be honest, but I think mostly jump aim and aim control, and that's the case with most Tag 4 maps, right? A little bit less in the way of finger control, a lot more in the way of aim control, just due to how the patterns are split up. It is also AR8. It looks like we are missing some mods for Crystal and Ladofox, probably Ladofox on the hidden if I had to guess here, as I think they'll want Crystal on that no mod for this pick on the side of Dadunai. And as for Worldwide Choppers, of course, Skilla and Markram taking the hidden on this lower approach rate pick. FA and Jackpacks on the no mod. And I think rosters make sense for both teams as well.
Alrighty, early on here, just see a couple early breaks here. Got David, Jax break in here. And there goes Crystal once again. And it looks like it's just Skilla with the only FC in the lobby along with Z numbers, so it is a head-to-head battle between those 2 players. But it looks like there's slightly better supporting combo side Dadunai, but there goes Ladofox, and that should have put it back in the bulk war on Worldwide Chopper's side.
Oh, there goes Skilla, though. Now it's Z numbers and FA, and there goes Z numbers as well. And now it's just FA. Nobody at this point, except for Crystal, able to hold through that pattern halfway through the map. And Crystal with the only big combo in the lobby now, as the score lead's going to start to shift back over the way of Dadunai if Crystal can hold for a little while longer. That said, these repeated breaks from the other members on Dadunai are not helping the score come back their way. And there goes Crystal finally. And now these recovery combos for Worldwide Choppers can start to take hold once again.
Yep. And after that, it's only Markham to break, and a significant combo, but there goes a triple break on Worldwide Choppers, but it's reciprocated from Dadunai. And Jackpacks now has the sole lead for Worldwide Choppers here, and he's going to help them bring them to the finish line here. It does find a break, but I don't think 2 mil is going to be recoverable at this moment in time. And Worldwide Choppers is going to be getting their second point on the board with their second pick. I don't know how Markham finished before everyone else. Oh man, 4v4 client go crazy. With that, we're gonna go over to Dadunai's pick, and wonder if we finally start to see some Hard Rock come out here. Rock 3 is banned, so we're not going to be seeing any Ginryu Kaiko. Potentially Hard Rock 2. Hard 2, Hard Rock 1 seem the most, I think, favorable picks for Dadunai. somewhere in their pick, and it's actually gonna be free mod 5. I believe Dio, you mentioned this earlier as a potential pick, but for worldwide choppers perhaps. And this free mod 5 is, I believe, mechanics. It's 279 BPM. Kita Saitama 2000 by Taiko no Tatsujin. And yeah, just gonna feel bad for the Hard Rock players who have to play this because it is CS5, so that puts it around 6.3 here. So there's a kind of a precision factor for the players that do go Hard Rock if we see any Hard Rock. With the free mod rules, no one has to go Hard Rock.
It is that CS 6.5, but honestly, Hard Rock might be easier on this than Hidden. Even with the precision factor, there's a lot of really, really difficult patterns, and the density on this at 280 BPM is absolutely ridiculous. So let's see what they choose to go with, because I think, despite there being the CS 6.5 factor on this map and the really high aim control factor with Hard Rock, still going to be very, very difficult on Hidden as well.
I mean, if anyone, I think Dadunai is probably going to be the team that might take Hard Rock here. I can see Worldwide Choppers just taking the minimum amount of mods. It's probably going to be double Hidden if I have to take a guess. But all in all, I think Lucrece is just, makes sense for him to be here for the 280 BPM maps. I think they're going to leave him on the no mod. I think they're going to put Dask on the Hidden. For Dadunai, I think they're going to just leave Chris on no mod. I think might see David on Hard Rock potentially. Maybe he just goes Hidden though. I think Zetus just goes Hidden for Worldwide Choppers also. It's gonna be interesting to see how these mods play out though. And Jackpack's in the chat here saying that his pen is dying.
I am familiar with the Jackpack's pen death. Nissan is going Hard Rock. That is actually unexpected for me. I would have assumed that he would go Hidden, if anything, on this map. Double Hidden for Dadunai on David and Lidofox, Crystal and Z numbers on the no mod. And yeah, the speed on this is really tricky, as you can see. It's 280 BPM streams, which are not simple. Definitely not simple to hit here.
So far, we see some pretty considerable combos here from both sides. And right now, there goes Lido Fox. And I think that's going to put in the side of Worldwide Choppers here as they now gain a pretty sufficient lead. And it's just these back and forth patterns here. And okay, there goes the double break. Triple break from Worldwide Choppers, but Dadunai reciprocates. And yeah, only Z numbers with any sort of combo here, but it's not going to be enough to take back the lead. And everyone's just finding breaks everywhere. No one having any consistency on this type of map. And it looks... Oh, Lido Fox, though, with a 300 combo, is kind of pulling the score lead back to the side of Dadunai here. If he can just hold throughout the stream, it should be good. And he does, and Dadunai finally gets the score lead back after being down for quite a little bit. Got a sliver of map left, and it looks like there's no combos outside Worldwide Choppers. And because of Lido Fox, Dadunai is going to be getting their second point on the board. And these accuracies are something else. Everyone, I think, gets a C rank and maybe a D rank there for one of the players. Oh, Lord. Is this really the hardest map in the... This must be the hardest map in the pool.
That is a 71 AC top score. D rank top score of the lobby. I love score V1.
Oh my! I can see why Digital Hypno had a auto mod for most of the showcase. highest accuracy being 79% is actually crazy work here from the pullers.
All right, on to the next pick for Worldwide Choppers. It is going to be the Nomad 3 to come through. Picking into the Flow Aim Ultimate Cactus Showdown. It's 165 BPM, and it's Fort and Natu with a very similar map to some of the other sorts of very high spacing alt flow aim maps that you've seen before. Justice Monster is the stereotypical example, but this is just a much higher spacing, higher difficulty version of that mapping style at about 8.4 stars. So if you know what that map has in it, you'll know most of what is in this map as well. It's very straightforward, it's just also very difficult.
I feel like this map in particular, of the players we have, I think it should be quite accessible, I think. This is the type of map I can definitely see Crystal, both David and Kurumi just absolutely pop off on. We'll see. I've not seen Kurumi get slotted in quite yet. But this is Worldwide Chopper's pick, so we'll see. I think this is definitely going to be one of the, I think, closer maps here. Yep, do indeed see Crystal and David, but that's a surprise there. Yeah, it's gonna be Jack Pax, Lucrease, VA. I think we're just gonna see GNX in here also. Potentially Skilla. Yep. Go Fox coming in once again. Yeah, just standard rosters for both these players then.
Yeah. Yeah, no surprises here. Same 4 players once again for Dadunai. Pretty similar 4 players once again for Worldwide Choppers, just the core roster for both teams. Let's see if Jack Pax's pen doesn't break mid-match here as we get into the 5th map, 3rd pick for Worldwide Choppers. Ultimate Cactus Showdown. What a diff name. What a background on this map.
And there's a cactus slider at the end too.
Oh, that's true. Forgot about that. What a slider. All right, over under 2.5 times that the client properly loads everyone on the first try.
Last weekend, it literally loaded up perfectly 9 at like almost every map except for one. So I don't know. I guess I'm just lucky like that. All right.
Are you taking the over then?
I'll take the over.
I'll take the under. I'll take the under. 2 or fewer times that properly loads everyone.
All right. Z numbers did find that early break there. Lucrease does trade, so it's pretty even between the two teams right now. Slight advantage for Worldwide Choppers, but there goes Lido Fox. First big break here coming out of Dadunai. Okay, a 4-way break from Dadunai and VA. Holy, okay. Oh, never mind. There goes the Wiggles patterns. And yeah, everyone finds breaks, but VA pulls out the long stab anybody and gets a huge 1-0 score lead for Worldwide Choppers. And yeah, really no one to really contest the score lead here. And a huge Sheamus coming out of Lido Fox there. Jack Pax with a pretty huge recovery, but does find a break afterwards. And everyone's finding breaks everywhere. So yeah, this score lead's not going to go anywhere till we see some significant recoveries come out of either of these teams.
Yeah, and at this point, it's a little bit doomed for Dadunai on this map, I think. Yeah, VA has dropped a bunch on the hidden. Jack Pax is now dropping, but the extra combo and score that they had on players like GNX and now Lucrease as well is making it so that this lead is pretty insurmountable. It's not quite a 2 million score lead. There is combo on both Lido Fox and Crystal. It's not over till it's over. There's still a third of the map left, and the score lead is coming back the way of Dadunai, but there goes Crystal, and now it's Lido Fox on the hidden, who needs to carry this for Dadunai because there's just no combo anywhere else. Lucrease is not too far behind, and there goes Lido Fox. Lucrease now on the Nomad, able to build the score lead back up once again, instantly to a 3 million score lead for Worldwide Choppers. And at this point now, with just a quarter of the map left and barely any combo anywhere in the entire lobby, I think it's safe to say is over. And a one map for Worldwide Choppers, continuing both teams to just trade these picks back and forth as everyone just full chain misses the last stream there. And we get closer and closer to the cactus slider at the end of the map.
This is kind of a crazy comp coming out of Lacrice there. And Lacrice only one to break on the cactus slider along with Fie. And I think even the tier 2 players from your tournament didn't struggle all too much on the, you know, average star rating of 9.5.
To be fair, we saw a few 20Ks, so.
Oh yeah, true.
let's leave that in the past. Right now, you know, we got 1 mil on people in here. Okay, that's 1 mil for Z numbers.
Big
crazy score.
1 mil. And yeah, that's just gonna be a 3rd point for Worldwide Choppers on their pick. So far, no one giving up any break points as we are 5 maps in. Gonna be handing it over to Dadunai here. I'm curious if they just. I wonder what to go here. Honestly, we did see the Nomad 6 man from Worldwide Choppers, so it makes me guess if they're gonna try for the Hard Rock Precision map. I believe that one might be Hard Rock 2 if I remember correctly. Might be Hard Rock 4.
What I will say is that it seems like for Dadunai, their members are a little bit more comfortable on the hidden only than on Hard Rock. So even with some very good Hard Rock players, I think it feels better for them to keep picking into no mods and free mods rather than into the Hard Rock, because I think their other core members aside from Crystal are more comfortable on Nomad or hidden than they are on the Hard Rock, and they are going to keep doing that. They're going to pick into the CS10 Nomad 8. This is the real precision Nomad pick. The CS6 Nomad 6 that was banned out earlier is an Aspire map, so you know, bit of grain of salt on the precision for that one. This one is CS10, and a CS10 6-star is ungodly difficult. It looks far easier than it actually is, and it is incredibly difficult to be consistent on and to get a high score on maps like this, because the spacing is relatively high for this kind of circle size, and the control required to play this sort of thing well is out of this world in comparison to so many other maps of a similar star rating.
Yep. Certainly would hate to see a CS10 in one of my map pulls. It's just gonna be absolutely crazy tough for all these players here, and I imagine this is where we're gonna see the lowest scores, I think, out of the whole map pool, along with potentially Hard Rock 4 if that ever gets picked. Guess we'll see. One map I am looking forward to getting picked here is the Hard Rock 1, the Dancing Kung Fu Nightcore mix. Definitely a iconic song in my eyes. But looks like we are all in here ready to go. Worldwide Chopper second with their core roster here. Dadunai subbing in XE1. Making their Grand Finals debut. And yeah, I came to see the cursor on this. I came to see the circles. Holy, I'm gonna have to squint my eyes for this one. This is CS10 gameplay. Actually, Osu for ants right now.
I can barely see the cursor. Automatic cursor size on the tournament client has betrayed me this time around. Let's see where this one goes. Very early miss for Ladofox, David, GNX, Jackpacks all missing there. Fie missing a little earlier on. Lucrece now also finding the drop. XZ1 also dropping, and now it's just Crystal holding on to the full combo. Does find the miss as well, but better recovery once again for Dadunai. Another couple of misses come through from everyone besides David there, who has the highest combo in the lobby at 40. It does finally drop. Fie will now take over that highest combo role at 41 to Ledo's 37 at the time, just a few combo behind. As the score lead, just a couple 100,000 points in favor of Dadunai, but with how low the note density is on this, that couple 100,000 points can mean everything, but it's repeated breaks for everyone across both teams. And XZ1 once again now in the lead into the stream section. This can be a ton of points for either team with how high the note density is in this section. And more misses coming through for Dadunai. Slightly better overall combo for Worldwide Choppers during this section. 140,000 score lead. But it is going to be enough to get the win for Dadunai, just barely. Up 140k on that map. Just a little bit extra. And I think mostly due to Crystal and XZ1 both pulling off some very good scores there. And actually, Ledofox as well, 278k, is higher than 3 of the 4 members of Worldwide Choppers. So those 3 players in particular doing very, very well. Jackpacks with the only B rank, but not enough to carry and not quite the highest score in the lobby.
Potentially, if it was score V2, Jackpacks' accuracy would have probably made a huge difference there. This is score V1, so accuracy not mattering whatsoever. And yeah, we are 6 maps in, no breakpoints so far. And yeah, it's a best out of 15, so it is a first to 8. So if it does get to that point, you know, we'll see 14 pick maps here potentially. And we are back with Worldwide Choppers next pick, and let's see what else they have to potentially pick here as far as like kind of like aim control. I haven't really saw a lot of the DTs or free mods, so I'm not too sure if there's any high aim control in there. And it looks like it's gonna be free mod 4, the lost dedicated by ST.
And I think this pick makes sense. We talked about this earlier after the first pick, Nomad 1 for Worldwide Choppers of Revolutionary Etude. This is a very, very similar style of map, the Lost Dedicated, mapped by Spro, also known as Sprosive, also known as Rust Bell. And it's a very similar map, 1 minute and 43 seconds instead of 1 minute and 20. 134 BPM instead of 145, 8.7 stars instead of 9.3, but also AR 9.3 instead of AR 10. So the density on this is very difficult. That said, taking Hard Rock on this is not exactly easy either. It might be easier Hard Rock for some people. It may be easier Hidden for others, just because of how ridiculous the aim control can get on Hard Rock for an 8.7 star aim map.
I think this is, yeah, almost one of the highest star rated maps in the pool. One of the higher ones. But yeah, even with the Hard Rock, I think that puts it up to almost 8.9. But yeah, honestly, whether you take Hidden or Hard Rock, it's just gonna be hard anyways. If you don't like the density, yeah, go Hard Rock for sure. But we'll see what comes out of here. We did see a Hard Rock from Dadunai from the free mod 5, but that obviously can't. Things can change though as we get into a totally different skill set here from free mod 5. And we're gonna see XZ1 in here once again. I wonder if they're gonna be the ones that take the Hard Rock there, as they came in last time for the Nomad 8 potentially. And we're gonna be seeing Markham for the very first time for Worldwide Choppers. Alright. Seeing the ref put in the MP start command. I'm gonna be getting everyone situated here. So far, no breakpoints going into this matchup. It is 3-3. Going to Worldwide Chopper's last pick. And we are getting started here.
All right, couple of three hiddens actually. Nomad for Ladofox and David. Hard Rock for Crystal, hidden for XZ1, hidden for Markram and Fie, Nomad for Jackpacks and Lucrece on the side of Worldwide Choppers. Looking to keep the no breakpoint streak alive in this match.
Pretty short map, only a minute 43 seconds here. And you can start to see a lot of this aim control come in quite harshly now. And yeah, here it is. Holy yeah. Everyone, yeah, is all broken. And right now it's a half a mil score lead for Worldwide Choppers here. There's really no one with combo. Huge chain misses really coming out from everyone. It's gonna be, honestly, with this score lead that Worldwide Choppers has right now, I think it's going to be really hard for Dadunai to actually take this one back, since no one's really able to get any consistent combo. We do see David, though, doing something here, but they're going to find a break, unfortunately. And yeah, this is just a ridiculously hard map. I don't know what Dadunai can do at this point. We do have a third of the map left.
I think a big part of the reason why they're so far behind is the extra combo at the start of the map for Worldwide Choppers. They just held a little bit longer on pretty much everyone. And now during this middle section, Jackpacks has found some pretty decent combo for himself and has put up a very good score. The only player over 1 million. David, the only one close behind at about 930k at the moment. But Jackpacks has well and truly set himself apart from the rest of the people in the lobby with this score, as even David not going to breach 1 million there by the end. Jackpacks up above 1.2 million. That said, they don't even need him for Worldwide Choppers to win this map, right? Even with just these three other players, Markram, Fie, and Lucrece, they can still win 3v4 because they had multiple 700Ks and a 500K from Fie. So looking very, very good for Worldwide Choppers on that map, and very similar to the Nomad 1, a pretty decisive victory for them.
Backpacks is able to do that with 96% accuracy. No one comes close whatsoever to that level of comfortability as Jackpack. So yeah, very, very decisive victory there for Worldwide Choppers. They certainly were never going to give that map up to Dadunai ever. And now we're going to be getting into Dadunai's now 4th pick, hoping to continue a streak of no breakpoints here. And no, a lot of the kind of like the gimme cure stuff has kind of been picked out from grand finals. If they want to continue on with precision, they could go with the Hard Rock 4. CS 7.8, so not quite the CS 10 as from a Nomad 8.
Definitely something they could go with. That said, that map is 30 seconds, so it's a little RNG. Do you want to risk playing a map that is 30 seconds long is the question. Even if you're favored on the skill set on paper, sometimes not quite favorable if you low roll on a 30-second map. And so instead they'll go with Nomad 7, which is, well, it's a Hey Lululu diff on a Rem set with Exceed in the diff name. So it should tell you a lot about what this map is. It's a lot of alt BPM aim mechanics plus speed and finger control at the same time. A little bit of slider mechanics. It's kind of an all-rounders map, but extremely high star rating and 274 BPM. And of course, AR10.
Although I know that 274 BPM, I believe the streams, I think you mentioned, were 1/3 from the Apple Showcase. So I think that puts a lot of the streams at about around 205 BPM stream, which for some people I could be fast. But yeah, heavy flow aim, heavy kind of alt patterns in general. Definitely gonna be really hard, and I don't know. Worldwide Choppers was looking pretty good on a lot of the aim control type stuff, but we'll see. This is something different. This is a lot more flow aim heavy, which Dadunai should be favored on, but I guess we'll see. Gonna be seeing Crystal. Gonna be seeing David here once again. I imagine it's gonna be C numbers also. There's Lido Fox. Yeah, it's just gonna be the core rosters. Gonna be seeing Scylla and DASD for Worldwide Choppers. And it's actually gonna be XZ1 staying in here for Dadunai, interesting enough. And not C numbers. Alright, got all the players ready up here. As far as who takes hidden, I think it's gonna be a Lido Fox. C1 for Dadunai. Worldwide Chopper's probably gonna be Scylla and Jax Pat potentially. And
Yeah, and looking like full, looking like pretty much the core rosters for both teams, although XZ1 subbing in for Z numbers here on the side of Dadunai, Skilla, and Nissan actually subbing in for Lucrece and Fie on the side of Worldwide Choppers. And here we go into a very, very difficult map. This one is also pretty short. It's 1 minute and 35 seconds. So another relatively short map in this pool. This map pool has its fair share of short maps for sure. A couple of longer ones as well, but definitely a lot of short maps in this pool. And right now, it's looking very good for Worldwide Choppers. Off to an early lead with much better early combos, especially on GNX and Jackpacks. GNX, I think, still on the full combo, might be on a reverse choke. Jackpack's definitely on the reverse choke. There goes GNX, does finally miss on that hidden, but Jackpack's still holding that big combo, and these recoveries for Dadunai are just not big enough. Skilla has more combo than either David or Crystal, and Jackpacks is still going. Finally, Skilla goes down, but Jackpacks is still there with that nearly 400 combo. It is slight combo lead for Dadunai right now, just with their better recovery combos, but they're going to need Jackpacks to miss very soon here if they want a chance of a comeback on this map, and that window of opportunity is closing very, very quickly. Finally, Jackpacks goes down, but so does David. Crystal's now the one big combo in the lobby. I don't know if there's enough time for him to bring this back, and I don't think there's enough score left in this map for him to do so. And there goes the combo, and cheese, it's going to be our first break point after losing to Dadunai in the round of 16 and having to make their way here to grand finals through losers bracket. Worldwide Choppers, they get a break point on this 8th pick of the match and go up 5-3.
Oh man, we kind of see this time and time again for Worldwide Choppers, specifically on Jackpacks, where you just have the absolute carry of a lifetime here. Easily top scores the lobby with both the highest amount of combo and accuracy. And yeah, man, this guy just does not want to lose and doesn't lose, perhaps. So yeah, Worldwide Choppers gonna be getting their first breakpoint on the board. Gonna be hoping to secure that breakpoint advantage with a pick of their own, and I think they still have the maps in the map pool to do it. We'll see what they pick into yet. I have yet to really see a high mechanics map get picked besides Free Mod 5, so I wonder if we're going to see anything from the DT pool potentially get picked here from Worldwide Choppers. I don't know if we're going to start to see the mechanics DT beast here come from Worldwide Choppers, but anything to secure the breakpoint advantage here, I suppose. But I do think they're kind of running out a lot of the aim control picks. A lot of them have already been picked out, and yeah, I don't know what's left for them on that skill set in particular. I guess we'll see with their next pick.
Yeah, I mean, there is still quite a lot of other aim control left in the pool. You have, it's not quite aim control in the sense that you usually think about in alt maps, but definitely the Techno Mod 4 in this pool is very aim control focused. You do have stuff like the Hard Rock 2. It's a little bit more finger control focused, but they're going to go with aim instead, just straight up aim. Yes. Hard Rock 1 here, Dancing Kung Fu Nightcore Mix, which is a crazy map to see again. It's a different version, but I pulled this this exact song in my tournament and grand finals like 2 weeks ago. So the fact that this is also a song in the pool here is hilarious to me. Same brain cell, I guess, as we go into some aim slop. This is just straight up comfortable aim. Yeah. Nothing weird about this. 232 BPM, 2 minutes long, and almost 9 stars.
It's just crazy map here. See the pool. I mean, yeah, you're either good at aim or you're not. There's really nothing to it. It's also high BPM aim at, 207 BPM. And, yeah. AR10, OR10, standard CS 5.2. Nothing crazy here, just a standard aim slop here for Hard Rock 1. Wait, it says the diff aim is CS 3.4. That wouldn't make it CS 5.2 on Hard Rock, would it? Oh, I'm looking at the wrong map. Never mind. Wrong pool. I was looking at a finals pool.
Oh, whoops.
Okay, CS 4.4. There you go. Yeah, that's
yeah. Yeah, this is I think CS
Wrong
3,
week.
CS 3.4 apparently with no mods. So not a huge difference here. And I'm honestly surprised we don't just see the top diff. I'm gonna be real. I'm surprised we don't just see the top diff on this. But here we go. CS 3.4 diff.
Top diff on Hard Rock be absolutely insane.
Why not? Why not? Pool's already 9 stars. Has revolutionary attuned no mod 1. Why not, man? All right. David, Lidofox, XZ1, and Crystal in for Dadunai, GNX, Jackpacks, Lucrece, and Fie, the core roster here for Worldwide Choppers in once again. Looking at hidden, probably for Lidofox and XZ1. Yep, going to be the hidden Hard Rock players for them. And then GNX and Fie for Worldwide Choppers. No surprises there either. As we get into the next pick for Worldwide Choppers, can they keep this consolidated breakpoint advantage on Dancing Kung Fu?
Oh man, yeah. Strip, aim slop, PP farm. Which I don't know if you could call this PP farm. This map is just so hard to FC in general.
This is not PP farm. This is pure aim like this at this spacing is just never aim farm.
Oh man, yeah. No one has any combo really. I think probably slightly better recovery on Dadunai. Okay, there. Nope. Yeah. Quad breaks from both teams here. It's just gonna come down to that very slight max combo, which it looks like Worldwide Choppers has the slightly better advantage right now. The 100k score lead, and that could be a big score lead with the amount of score we're seeing out of these teams.
It is only 100k though, right? It is not much at all. So any slight extra combo for Dadunai is going to shift it over. And you can see now it's less than 100k. Just a slight bit of extra combo for them brought it within that 100k range. And again, the Dofox is just holding a little bit longer, up to 70 combo or so. More misses to come through for pretty much everybody. Crystal now up at 80, 90 combo, which is somehow remarkable here. Above 100 combo for Crystal here. Does actually bring it over to the side of Dadunai. And now we get the slight score lead in favor of Dadunai on this map. And this is looking to be extremely close. A couple of extra combos for the side of Worldwide Choppers, especially Fie there holding just a little bit longer than anyone else during that section. But it is a scrap for whatever combo you can grab on this map as we get into the last little bit of map here right before the ending. Ever so slight combo lead for Dadunai right now. The Dofox and Crystal holding. There goes Crystal. There goes Fie, though. That's the big combo for Worldwide Choppers. The Dofox and David both go down, but there's no combo anywhere on Worldwide Choppers to take advantage. Even just a little bit of extra combo here at the end could be enough to swing it back, but nobody can grab enough. And by 27k, not even 27k, Dadunai will take it. About a 1% score difference in favor of Dadunai, earns back the breakpoint. Now 4-5, still in favor of World Choppers, but Dadunai with the next pick and the ability to tie it up.
Wow. Oh, wow. What? That is absolutely insane. 27k score difference on Score V1. Comparatively, that's like a 1k score difference on Score V2 comparatively, honestly. Just super close. Could have swung either side. That little bit of combo. And I think you could argue with how close it was in Scorpion 1 that maybe even accuracy matters, between getting the 50, 100s, and 300s with the score multiplier with the combo.
So let's put it this way.
Matter.
Let's put it this way, right? That was a 1% score lead. Slightly over 1%, but we'll call it 1% score lead, right? 1%, if you're looking at, for example, a 3.6 million score on Score V2, that is 36K. So that's like 3.6 million versus 3.636 million. That's the kind of difference that you're looking at. If two teams had about a million score, the 1% score difference is 10,000 points. So that is extremely, extremely close on that.
I mean, yeah, Hard Rock 1 has, you know, with a map like that, it is kind of a gamble on, you know, who's just feeling better on aim that day or today. In this matter.
Yeah, and realistically, with the scores that we saw for both of these teams, I mean, you're talking maybe 100K for Crystal on that map. So let's call it like 350K, maybe 300K team score. 1% of 300K is 3K. So Score V2, I think the score difference would probably be about 3,000. Let's call it that, somewhere around there.
And we're finally seeing Tech get introduced here in this match. Nomad 4 got Odysseus.
So this is an unranked Ishtiak map, not played in OWC, not a custom, I don't believe. Just extremely hard slider aim, just extremely hard slider tech, and Ishtiak well known for some very difficult super fast sliders, but also some really tricky stream flow aim at the same time.
And yeah, this is not a nice pick here, so I don't know if they, I don't know how heavy of an advantage they have on this map, because I don't really see all too many tech maps in Hippo Cup pools, so don't know if they're how favored they are on this map, but they are picking it, so hopefully they are feeling better on this map than their opponents. But yeah, I wonder if we're gonna see any slightly different rosters here for any of these teams. Probably not. But yeah, it's gonna be Crystal Jackpacks here that we see in here. I imagine probably just gonna go core roster. So Crystal, David, Z numbers, Jackpacks. You know, probably RC Scylla in here, but also probably gonna be seeing Lucrease, GNX, and FIA.
Yeah, I'm definitely expecting FIA to come in for this one. And yeah, it is going to be actually Jackpacks and GNX instead, which also makes sense. Seeing Skilla in for this, probably just taking the hidden here for Worldwide Choppers. I would say alongside GNX, of course, Tito, a very, very good hidden player. Dadunai, probably once again going to be David and Z numbers taking the hidden, if I had to guess, for Dadunai. Ladofox and Crystal on the Nomad, at least I'm assuming. And no, it looks like it's probably Ladofox on the hidden as we get the client not loading once again. Geez, the under's looking pretty good on our bet from earlier. I mean,
yeah.
It hasn't loaded properly a single time this match so far. So the under's looking pretty decent right now.
As not. Oh no. Backpacks with the pen smoke.
Oh no.
Maybe we should just get, a tablet that doesn't rely on pen having a battery.
I don't even think it's his battery. I think it's something else to do with the pen. Some kind of weird thing with the buttons on his pen. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. Couple of early breaks though. GNX finding a very early drop. Z numbers now breaking on the hidden as well. So combo lead over to Worldwide Choppers. 3 full combos to 3 at the moment, but there goes Skilla. So now a drop for Worldwide Choppers and 3-2 in favor of Dadunai. David will break right afterwards. Now 2-3. This is one of the more doable maps in the pool, actually, as another break comes through for GNX and Skilla and Z numbers and David pretty much all at once. So it's just those 2 FCs on each team duking it out at the moment. But there goes Lucrease now dropping as well. And it's just Jackpacks versus both the Dofox and Crystal on the side of Dadunai. The score lead now on their side as well. There goes Ladofox, and it's the 1v1 FC to FC for Jackpacks and Crystal. And there goes Crystal. Jackpacks He can carry this. The score instantly goes over to Dadunai. It's 3/4 of the way into the map, and Jackpax is still holding this FC from the start. Finally, a drop from Crystal, but Jackpax is going to take the breakpoint right back for Worldwide Choppers. He just needs to hold a little while longer. And you've seen how difficult this pool is. You've seen how ridiculous a lot of these maps are. This map is one of the more doable maps in this pool, but that doesn't mean it's easy. And finally, Jackpax will find the break, but not before comboing over 3/4 of the way into the map and securing an unbeatable score lead for Worldwide Choppers.
And yeah, just another classic Jackpax carry there. You know, it's been doing it every single weekend. You know, Worldwide Choppers. But what they do without their beloved Jackpax, honestly. And yeah, that's back-to-back breakpoints here. Worldwide Choppers now with 6 points on the board. One more, they're going to be sitting at match point. Two more, they're going to be looking at securing a top 2 podium position. And I really doesn't have too much room left to give to Worldwide Choppers here. And thank you 3WC for the raid here.
Welcome, Raiders. You're into a best of 15 here. 6-4 for Worldwide Choppers. 3 breakpoints in a row as we just come out of a breakpoint on the Exceed map in this pool. No Mod 7 for Worldwide Choppers. A breakpoint on Hard Rock 1 by less than 27,000 points, score v1. Now, granted, that could also be a score v2 score difference because the team scores were 2.5 mil each, basically. And then, of course, this map where we saw Jackpax just put on the carry pants and absolutely dominate for the side of Worldwide Choppers. Now 6-4 in their favor once again. Next pick to Worldwide Choppers, and we'll see if they can keep this breakpoint lead and put themselves ahead. Stakes for this match, obviously, it's losers bracket grand finals, and so Worldwide Choppers currently set to advance into the grand finals to face off against Battle of Hong Kong. Yet to play that team in the bracket stage, as Battle of Hong Kong and Dadunai were in the same group earlier on in the tournament at the start of Hippo Cup. And then Dadunai played Worldwide Choppers in the round of 16 and beat them, knocking them into losers bracket. So Worldwide Choppers has gone through the entirety of losers bracket, played the maximum amount of matches to get here, and almost all of them, all but one, in the losers bracket. Dadunai, meanwhile, faced off once again against Battle of Hong Kong in the winners bracket, their rematch from the group stage, happening in that winners bracket finals. Did lose to them 8-4 in that best of 15. So looking to go back and face off against them for the third time in the grand finals, as we get now the Hard Rock 5 for Worldwide Choppers. Again, trying to get revenge here for that round of 16 loss and move into the grand finals themselves. Hard Rock 5 gonna be Arabian Night Rave by DJ Max Steroid. It's a 2DX song. It is 10 stars after Hard Rocks, 180 BPM. Stream slider tech. It's a tech map. It has some really tricky streams. It also has some absurd slider patterns. There is a forced fail pattern in this map as well with Hard Rock. So even if you FC the map, you will still fail, which is why the only Hard Rock FC on this map is Hard Rock No Fail.
And in the description of the map set, it says you won't pass this map too, so
pretty accurate. Yeah.
What happens when the HP drain is, 6.7? And it's gonna be only higher with Hard Rock, so yeah. Luckily forced no fail in tournaments.
And because it's score v1, we don't have to worry about score normalization or anything like that. No fail has a 0.5 multiplier, but doesn't matter, thankfully. 2 hiddens for each team, as on every map. Hidden Hard Rock for Ladofox and Z Numbers, Hard Rock for David and Crystal, Hidden Hard Rock for Skillet and VA, Hard Rock for Jackpax and Lucrece as we get into this map. ever so slightly better overall combo for Worldwide Choppers to start things off. Jackpacks and Fie holding the reverse choke and the FC respectively. Crystal alone on the FC for Dadunai. Still some good supporting combo on David and Lidofox, but Skilla and Lucrece right up there as well. And there goes a three-way break, but two of them for Dadunai, one of them being Crystal, that only FC left up for them. And so it's just Fie alone on the FC here for Worldwide Choppers. The only FC in the lobby does finally go down. There's Lucrece and Skilla to back him up, but Lidofox and David not too far behind.
Well, Score is kind of playing tug of war here. Crystal's doing everything they can to probably keep Dadunai in this tournament here. That score lead is coming back thanks to Crystal. A lot of players from Worldwide Choppers have found a break. And now, yeah, all up to Crystal here. We got a third of the map left. They now have the score lead, and they are growing a score lead at that too, as long as Crystal can get through these patterns. Unfortunately, finds a break on the slider, but so does everyone else on the side of Worldwide Choppers. Right now it is about an 800k lead for Dadunai, which is really, really small in score V1. We'll see what they can do here, but everyone is finding breaks left and right. Fie is the only one with any respectable combo, but they're going to find a break on that circular slider pattern. And that Squirrely is starting to come back to the side of Worldwide Choppers here, as Scylla now has a 70 combo with some supporting combo here, and is coming down to the wire here. Is there enough map left? And it looks like there is, and Fie does find a break on this little 1-2 pattern.
Oh my god, it almost goes over, actually. It's less than 100,000 points by the end of the map. But Dadunai will still take it, thanks pretty much entirely to the two big scores from Crystal and David. Those two scores that are above 2 million doing tons of work there for them. As, well, you can see the average score for everyone else. Very, very low on that map. 1.4 million for Lidofox and Lucrece, 1.3 for Jackpacks, 500k for Z numbers. So those two top scorers for Crystal and David, above Skilla and Fie, both also above that 2 million mark, really, really helping out for Dadunai on that map. And once again, another breakpoint, fourth breakpoint
in a row.
Fourth breakpoint in a row. Now, Dadunai, they're still behind. They still have to make good on their next pick, which apparently is going to be the Hard Rock 4. Jeez, they're finally going for it. They're finally going for the 30-second CS 7.8 Hard Rock 4 chicken soup.
I think when you start to run on maps here, I think it makes sense. This is like the type of map I'd probably pick early on, not when it's, you have the potential to give up a breakpoint, put Worldwide Choppers at a match point, but, I get it. Backs are kind of against the wall here, running out of picks. You just gotta go with your guns here. Go with the CS 7.8 precision, and just, pray to whatever lord you pray to that your opponent doesn't do slightly better, because 30 seconds on the clock here. There is not much combo. As you can hear, that the song ended before the play started. So, yeah, not a long map whatsoever. Every combo is gonna count.
Let's see how it goes. Both teams, I think, practicing the map in solo probably multiple times because it is 30 seconds long. There is a 30-second pick in the map pool I am playing this weekend, and my discussed strategy with my team is if they pick it, we all leave the lobby and practice it 3 times and then rejoin the lobby. So can't say I'm opposed to the strategy here from both of these teams. I think it works well on a 30-second map like this, as now we get Crystal, Z numbers, Lidofox, and probably Z1X on this map, or I think XZ1 for Dadunai, and then Fie, Jackpack, Skilla, and Lucrece. Oh, there's Crystal, actually. Yeah, that does make sense. I thought Crystal was already in the lobby. I'm not going to lie. So, does make sense here for Dadunai. Worldwide Choppers with Fie, Jackpack, Skilla, Lucrece. hidden on Fie and Skilla for Worldwide Choppers. Probably the hiddens on Lidofox and Z Numbers, if I had to guess, for Dadunai. We'll see if David wants to take the hidden instead.
I mean, not quite familiar with what the map is like actually, so I don't know if it's just pure aim, and oh my lord, I have to panic and we're gonna lose out on the map.
Oh, we're good. Okay,
oh, I guess we are good. Okay. Oh lord. Oh my god. These sliders with ticks. Goes David.
They are cheesable. It's so hard to keep track of the combos right now, but ever so slightly better combo for David and Crystal. There they go. And is there any combo anywhere else? There's 17 on Lucrece. He breaks as well. It's just no combo anywhere. Can anyone get any score together here at the end of the map? Doesn't look like it. And it is a successful break. Finally, a break point consolidated for Dadunai to tie it up 6-6. And last pick confirmed for both of these teams. Top score in the match, 96k from David, 92k, not too far behind for Crystal.
Wow, those are the two players you expect to do the best on a map like this, to be honest. Getting a combo over 50 was pretty much a guaranteed win, so both Crystal and David getting over 50 max combo really brought their team to victory, along with Lidofox getting a 47 max combo. And yeah, this is one of the few exceptions where you see score v2 scores probably going to be higher than score v1 scores.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely on that, especially with the no-fail score multiplier on V1. But now we get the last pick for both of these teams. Nomad 1's picked, Nomad 2's banned, Nomad 3, Nomad 4 are gone, Nomad 5 is gone, Nomad 6 is banned, Nomad 7 and 8 are gone, so no Nomads at all left. Hard Rock 1 has been picked, Hard Rock 3 was banned, Hard Rock 4 just got picked, Hard Rock 5 just got picked, so Hard Rock 2 is available. DT1, DT2, DT3, DT4 are all available. DT5 and 6 did get banned. Freemod 1 is available, Freemod 2 is available, Freemod 3 is available, and the other two Freemods have already been played. So I believe we're probably getting a DT or a Freemod here. I'm going to double check the bans real quick. And yeah, that's no Freemod bans, only the DT5 bans. So yeah, it's probably a DT. DT 1 through 4 are available, or a Freemod. Freemod 1 through 3 are available. And of course the Hard Rock 2. For Worldwide Choppers, based off how this match has gone, I think Freemod 1 might be the best pick, but they're going to go with DT 1 instead, which is also an aim pick. 9.5 stars. Kamino Kotoba, Jones and Special with double time. This is 310 BPM awkward aim.
Yeah, I think the DT1 does make sense here for Worldwide Choppers. Have been looking a lot better on a lot of the aim control type picks, so this might work out in their favor. I've yet to see any mechanics get picked out, and I expect that, you know, with this being Worldwide Chopper's last pick, Dadunai is certainly not going to pick into mechanics here, so kind of guessing what the potential last pick from Dadunai is going to be, as it is guaranteed that no matter what, we are going to see 14 pick maps. It's all a question whether we go to TB or not. And yeah, I think the core Amross is going to come in. Fie, Lucrece, Jackpacks, potentially Skilla or GNX. It looks like it's going to be GNX for Worldwide Choppers. Dadunai is going to be David, Crystal. I think it's going to be Z Numbers. And their fourth, most likely to be Lidofox. Now, who goes hidden might differ, but I think for World Choppers, Jackpacks, GNX on hidden, gonna let Fie and Lucrece go to the Nomad, and it's gonna probably be Z and Lidofox, or Z and David on the hidden, Lidofox and Crystal on the Nomad potentially.
All right, let's get into it. Kamino Kotoba, it's a super well-known map. Let's see how well these teams do. There is one really good DT score on this from Emrek, and pretty much no one else can play this in the game. So
Surprise,
you're going to be
surprise.
expecting low combos and low scores on this map across the board for every single player as we get into the final few maps of this match.
And believe it or not, it's one of the longer maps in the pool, even after DT. It's 2 minutes and 43 seconds. It's not a lot of maps over 2.5 minutes with just the sheer amount of maps in the pool. And yeah, we are going to get into it here with Worldwide Chopper's last map, DT1, Kami no Kotoba. And I think early on, I'm going to just see the comfortability kind of both these teams on what's going to look like for the rest of the map here. And we're already seeing breaks so far. We've got Z, David, Jax finding breaks. It's going to be an early combo score advantage for Worldwide Choppers. This GNX going to be traded by 3 players from Dadunai there. It's only Crystal with the FC for Dadunai. And there are no FCs outside Worldwide Choppers. There's recovery on Jack Paxo. And it's going to be Crystal to get the score lead back for Dadunai. But they're going to break and immediately give up the score lead right back to Worldwide Choppers. But everyone's finding breaks everywhere. But right now, it's that slight combo lead for Jack Pax that brought them the score lead. And there are consistent chain misses coming from Dadunai and Worldwide Choppers. And yeah, this is definitely one of the harder maps in the pool here to find consistent combos, especially if you can't play AR 10.3 at this type of star range. Honestly, that being 9 stars, yeah, it's definitely gonna be one of the hardest maps in the pool. But with that being said, it's only a 600k score difference, which is definitely going to become backable. But I'm kind of like scanning the accuracies here, and you can just tell that Worldwide Chopper is definitely a lot more comfortable on this map than a lot of the players on Dadunai here. So I guess we'll see. It really could come down to that one combo. Got Crystal and Lado Fox with really solid recovery and combos. No combos outside Worldwide Chopper. There is GNX though, but there goes Crystal, and there goes Lado Fox along with GNX. And unfortunately, I think Dadunai lost their last hope there for a comeback. We do have Z here with the highest combo in the lobby right now into his free combo section, but they have 70%, so that kind of explains what the comfortability is. We'll see if they can hold throughout here. But right now, that score lead is kind of playing tug of war right now, but with the combo advantage on Dadunai, we'll see if they can make it through here. And yeah, instant breaks come from everyone, except for Jax Pax. He was able to get a 180 combo before breaking through this heavy death spike here. And yeah, that's just going to be a solid Worldwide Choppers win here. They have a million score lead going into the last part of the map. So yeah, Worldwide Choppers doing everything they... Wait,
and the client has bugged out on Crystal.
What? Oh my god!
So he failed.
I was like, wait, was there no fail on? Oh
no,
man.
he did indeed have no fail in the MP link. It's just the client.
Oh, I don't think I've ever seen the client do that before, actually.
That's a fun time, but that is a successful pick for Worldwide Choppers. Match point now, 7-6 in their favor, just barely out ahead.
And yeah, it's gonna be Dadunai's last pick here. Don't know what to go here, but I imagine it's probably gonna be something from the free mod pool. I don't think there's anything in the DT pool for them, as I think Worldwide Chop is gonna be strung on mechanics potentially. So I don't know. Maybe free mod 1 potentially.
It's really hard to tell. They've been better on precision. They've been better on hard rock. You maybe see them go for something like the hard rock 2, but you could also make an argument for something like the free mod 2 here. I feel like those are potentially some of the best options left for Dadunai. I don't know that you want to go into some of the more speed focused picks, which really leaves off the entirety of the DT pool here, and along with the free mod 3. So really, you're just looking at free mod 1, free mod 2, hard rock 2, and I don't think they want to pick the free mod 1 here. So I'm looking at the hard rock 2. I'm looking at the free mod 2 right now for Dadunai. And I feel like that's probably where we're going to end up is the free mod 2. How well does that work for them? And do they actually end up picking it here to close things out and force the tiebreaker? No, it's going to be DT2 instead.
DT,
okay.
What? Oh, Lord.
Parodia Sonatina Grande. This is a celery speed map, 255 BPM DT streams. It is a very, very tricky sort of map with all the speed plus quite a lot of aim control, finger control in this. It's not that high of star rating. It's only 8.17 stars, which sounds like a lot, but in the context of DT1 is Kami no Kotoba, not that bad. That said, still very difficult. And also 4 minutes after double time. This is a 6-minute map with no mod.
Yeah, you could just call it TB1, honestly. I know, like, you know, places like Crystal and David, they have like stamina at like up to 220 BPM. I'm not too sure about 255 BPM though. But yeah, this is the roster I expect from Worldwide Choppers. Mine for us coming in for the very first time for this losers grand finals and grand finals weekend. Gonna be seeing DSD come in along with Zetas and Lucreece. Yeah, just that's the standard Worldwide Choppers mechanics roster here. Dadunai, well, they've only ever played with 5 players pretty much this entire tournament, so I don't see too much of a change in their roster. Besides, it's either XC1 or between Lido Fox.
Regardless, probably a very similar roster to what we've seen before for Dadunai. Almost certainly David and I would say Lido Fox. Z numbers maybe swapping out for XC1, but I think probably Z numbers over XC1 on this. Worldwide Choppers with Mindfrost, Nissan, Lucreece, and that's a good question. Who is their last on this? Maybe Dito, but probably Shedis. If I had to guess, put Shedis in for this last one here.
All right. Oh, wait. Oh. We see another player from Dadunai finally come in, Survivor X4.
There we go. Okay. Getting in for the speed here for Survivor. Otherwise a pretty familiar roster. No Crystal this time around, but Survivor on the speed instead. And it is going to be Shedis to join in for Worldwide Choppers. This is for all the marbles, right? If Worldwide Choppers win this map, they win the match 8-6 and move on to the grand finals. If Dadunai win this, they get the tiebreaker played. They still have the chance to move on to the grand finals for yet another rematch versus Battle of Hong Kong. Worldwide Choppers would be facing them for the first time in grand finals. How does this map go? Can Worldwide Choppers take it, knock Dadunai out, and get revenge? Or will Dadunai force the tiebreaker and stay alive for one more map with a single best of 1 to decide this best of 15?
Alrighty. Seeing the golfs in the chat here. Last picked map gonna be underway now. And client finally loads up correctly without a panic. It's gonna be
That's the first time, right?
Yeah, that's the first time I think.
All right, the under hits. Even if it loads correctly on the tiebreaker, that's maximum of 2. The under hit.
And yeah. So
I cannot believe it loaded
good.
correctly for the first time on a DT pick.
Yeah,
by the way.
DT have all
so surprising.
Out of all mods, it loads correctly on DT. All right, do see a couple early breaks there from Survivor and Dask, whatever.
Nissan.
Yeah, Nissan. Okay. It makes sense out there on this DT2 pick. Right now, it's
another break for Lucrece, though.
Not the players who want to see who breaks. Lucrece, kind of I'd say a well-known speed player. But there goes Survive X4 once again, but still 3 FCs on the side of Dadunai. Absolutely carry performance right here from Zia Lado and David. Zetas and Mindfrost ID on the FC, so it's not like Dadunai, can really spare one of these FCs, to be quite honest.
Oh, now they can, though. There goes Mindfrost. It's just Shedis versus 3 FCs for Dadunai. We're only a third of the way in, but it does look very good for them. There goes Z Numbers. David and Ladofox still holding for Dadunai on the double FC, and there goes Shedis. That's all of the combos down now for Worldwide Choppers, and it seems like this speed pick has worked out in spades for Dadunai. The 2 FCs still going strong for them in a 10 million score difference in their favor. By far the most one-sided pick we have seen so far this match to close things off for Dadunai, with still the double FC halfway through. And who knew Team China would be picking into the speed and winning it, as it's based off their World Cup teams, a very uncommon feature for Dadunai here, but they are absolutely crushing it here in the Losers Bracket Grand Finals on this speed pick. David and Ladofox will finally both drop the FCs, and there is 600 combo on Lucrece. That's the only high combo in the lobby, but there is a nearly 20 million score difference in favor of Dadunai. It's going to take a lot more than just that combo for Lucrece to bring this back to the side of Worldwide Choppers.
I think Lucrece had to probably SC the rest of the map to turn around 20 mil, and that combo down, I don't think it's possible. And we have 3 big recoveries on Dadunai right now, along with big recoveries on Worldwide Choppers, but they're pretty much just matching combos at this point. And yeah, got a quarter of the map left, so we got about a minute left in the map still, but yeah, 20 mil score gap. Even on Score V1, that is honestly just a huge score. It's going to be really hard to turn around with, especially when you got Ladofox and David still comboing away. And there goes Stas, there goes Lucrece. It's only Maya Frost with any sort of combo for Worldwide Choppers, but it's being matched by David and Ladofox. And there goes David, though, but as long as Ladofox holds, I think it's already guaranteed at this point, actually. No other way to put it. There's Ladofox, and there goes Mindfrost, and yeah. This, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to be going to TB. And I'm kind of surprised looking at this that Dadunai hasn't picked into mechanics a lot more often, to be quite honest. I think with a Grand Finals TV, I think this is quite worthy of an everyone ping, in my opinion.
It's been a good match so far. Dadunai now up to 7-7 and forcing this tiebreaker versus Worldwide Choppers. Now, it looks like the tournament client goes up to actually best of 15, but it does not. We need to manually add another star to Dadunai because tournament client only goes to best of 13. So Worldwide Choppers now tied up 7-7. It's Rude Buster time by Toby Fox from Deltarune. This is the Camellia remix. 265 BPM, although I believe this is either variable BPM or a more variable beat snap divisor map. Can't remember exactly which, whether this is actual red lines or just variable beat snap divisor, but it's a multi-skill set TB. It's got a lot of speed. It's got a lot of speed mechanics, some slider tech, some aim, a lot of finger control in this as well. But definitely a map that after the last couple of speed picks maybe favors Dadunai, right? You look at the high BPM stuff that we've had in this pool. The actual speed tapping on DT2 went way in their favor, mostly due to Ladofox and David. And then has there really been any other high BPM stuff? High BPM aim in the Hard Rock 1 went the way of Dadunai, just barely. So at least contestable. That said, Joyous went the way of Worldwide Choppers. So this kind of super high BPM stuff with lots of 1/3 did go the way of Worldwide Choppers. And there's not a lot else to talk about here. Some other speed in terms of the free mod Saitama 20,000 went the way of Dadunai, but definitely not conclusive evidence. The only other DT pick we had went their way as well, but a lot of the high BPM aim and Revolutionary Etude and Lost Dedicated went the way of Worldwide Choppers. So I think this is going to be a pretty even split between these two teams on the tiebreaker.
Yeah, I mean, luckily we have a tiebreaker here that kind of favors both teams anyway. So yeah, definitely looking for a very close, well-fought tiebreaker. But there could be those kind of monopolies there where you have this one player that's absolutely shredding, comboing away, and that could make the difference there. You have one big combo to win for a team on Score V1. You know, even with a 4v4, it's possible. So I guess we'll see. But I think we do get like looks like we get like a extra 1 minute break here. From these teams, and kind of like, yeah, answer with the scoreboard. So right now I have it best on 13 on the T client, but I added an extra star on the OBS, so I can't add another star to Worldwide Choppers to make it even.
Hear me out. What if you add the star in OBS on top of the star on the tournament client and then fill that one in? Hear me out.
Right. Oh man.
I think that works.
Of course. I think that should work too. Let me try that.
All right. Looks like we got the rosters in for both teams. Ladofox, Z Numbers, Crystal, and David. The core roster for Dadunai versus Jackpax, Fie, Skilla, and Lucrece. Pretty much the core roster for Worldwide Choppers as well. Skilla joining in here, I think, just to take the hidden for Worldwide Choppers alongside Fie so that Jackpax and Lucrece can keep those nomads on here. Very likely Z Numbers and David on the hidden for Dadunai. And there we go. An extra star added for Worldwide Choppers. It is 7-7. We're into the tiebreaker. One last map to decide who is eliminated in third place and who moves on to the grand finals to face Battle of Hong Kong in that grand finals matchup. Hidden for Ladofox and maybe hidden for Crystal, depending. Hidden for Crystal on the tiebreaker. Of course, Z Numbers and David on the Nomad, Jackpax and Lucrece on the Nomad, Fie and Skilla on the hidden as expected for Worldwide Choppers.
All right, this one's for all the marbles here. This map alone decides who gets top 2 guaranteed, and we'll face Battle of Hong Kong. Gonna see Crystal with the early break along with Lucrece here. Already a couple FCs down for both teams. It is Ladofox versus Z Numbers versus Jackpax and Fie right now. As we get into the div spike and back to get in the first cat. There goes Fie. It's gonna be one of the 2 FCs that breaks from Worldwide Choppers. And there goes Z Numbers to trade it. It's Ladofox versus Jackpax right now. Right now, it's a little bit of a score lead for Dadunai. They have a little bit slightly better combo here. And there goes the break from Jackpax. And Ladofox still holds on to FC. Gains a 1 mil score lead on top of Worldwide Choppers right now. As we get into this little 1/3 section here. Should be top free combo for Ladofox at this point. And yeah, it's just a heavy, heavy lead for Dadunai right now, as Lado continues to combo.
How long can he hold on to this combo is really the question. There's good recovery on the side of Worldwide Choppers, but not enough to match. And despite the high combo for Ladofox, there's not quite as good a recovery on the side of Dadunai, as Z Numbers finding a miss during that section. So they still do need that combo advantage to keep the score lead squarely on their side. It's a 3 million score lead right now, but that is not much on Score V1. A break there for Skilla will give some breathing room for Dadunai going into this next section. Everybody's still holding here so far through this part of the map, and just combos building up for both sides, and it makes any breaks all the more impactful as there's always somebody ready to pounce. But there goes Skilla once again, some more combo build up for everyone else in the lobby as Jackpax, Fie, Lucrece continue to hold, and all 4 members of Dadunai continue to hold through the section. Nobody getting slow slidered there either on the slow diamond slider. And we are almost halfway into this tiebreaker. It is a 7 million score lead for Dadunai. It is quite a high margin, but that can evaporate if there's combo. But everyone goes down except for Z Numbers and Skilla. Lidofox finally drops over 1,200 combo into the map. Just an absolute ridiculous combo for him up at 13 million score alone. Z Numbers will find the break directly afterwards, but Skilla is holding a little bit here for Worldwide Choppers. That said, this is a huge score lead still alive for Dadunai, and there goes Skilla, and there goes a chance for Worldwide Choppers to bring this score lead back. 8 million still in Dadunai's favor.
Yep, 8 million for Dadunai, and Jack, we still have half the map left. Anything can happen. Oh, both Lucrece already calling it. I think it's still possible. If everyone from Worldwide Choppers holds, and we see some break from Dadunai. But, you know, as I say that, we get into this little slow section here, so we get some free combo build up, and Lucrece is just going to curse dance his way through it. But I don't think it's determined quite yet. Score V1 is super volatile, and as I see it, it's still a slight advantage for Worldwide Choppers. A lot of the combos are matched up here with a slight advantage on Worldwide Choppers, but we'll see as we get into the last score of the map. We'll see what happens. As, oh my god, a triple break from Worldwide Choppers, and I think that might just end it. And no trades from Dadunai whatsoever. Oh man, I hate to call it with a core in the map left, but I think this might just be Dadunai's point here. And the still holding. Skilla is the only player with combo on Worldwide Choppers. Oh, come on, David.
He went the wrong way on the heart slider. Oh no. That is gonna do it though. I just don't think there's enough time. I mean, there is a quarter of the map left. We see huge combo here for Skilla and breaks very soon for all of Dadunai. Maybe it's possible. There goes Crystal, but it's gonna take more than that. Z Numbers and Lidofox would both have to break pretty much instantly, and I think everyone on Worldwide Choppers would have to hold during this section. Fie and Z Numbers will trade. It's another 3-way break for Dadunai, and just Lidofox holding, but there goes Skilla, and I think that is gonna do it. Even still, through that stream section, Jackpack's able to hold, but Lidofox matching, and there is just no room for a comeback anymore for Worldwide Choppers. 13 million team score in the lead here, going into the last mechanic section of this match. And Legoat Fox is going to be up above 1,000 combo once again. The only player in the match to get to that mark, now twice in this tiebreaker. 24 million score by himself. Just needs one other player on his team, and he is set to 2v4 this, just about. Not quite 2v4, but extremely close. Absolutely ridiculous performance here from Lidofox on the tiebreaker and on the last couple of maps right beforehand as well, especially that DT2 just before this to get us into the tiebreaker. Lidofox absolutely popping off to clutch a victory from the jaws of defeat and bring Dadunai into the grand finals for their 3rd match this tournament against Battle of Hong Kong.
Wow, that was a crazy match and a crazy map. Lidofox getting the only 1K combo there in tiebreaker. Absolutely clutched up for Dadunai here when it really mattered, and now they just secured themselves at least top 2. But for Worldwide Choppers, they're going to be clinching the 3rd podium seat here, which is in Hippo Cup. I think that's a very, very good feat to achieve, in my opinion. And with that, Dadunai's going to be up against a Battle of Hong Kong here tomorrow, I believe at 14 UTC, same time as we started. And yeah, luckily for Battle of Hong Kong, they got to see Dadunai play 15 maps, so they're gonna have a lot of information going into their matchup. But I think on the other hand, they can't let Dadunai get the TV at the same time and and just let the Goat Fox cook again.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good matchup tomorrow. I mean, we saw in the group F, Battle of Hong Kong beating Dadunai 5-4 in tiebreaker. Then in winners finals 8-4 in that best of 15. So we'll see if Dadunai can finally turn the tables and beat their arch rival from the group stage in Battle of Hong Kong. As well, Dadunai and Battle of Hong Kong, they've been duking it out since the group stage. So really looking forward to seeing that match tomorrow. That is going to be it for us, though. Thank you, everyone, for watching. Congratulations again to Dadunai for making it to the grand finals and securing top 2. Congrats to Worldwide Choppers on top 3 and a very good match for the team. But that is going to do it for us here for now. Thank you as well to Rob for reffing, to Cheese for streaming and casting alongside me. And we'll see you all back here tomorrow, same time, same place, 14 UTC Sunday for the grand finals of Hippo Cup 8.
Catch y'all later. Bye.